Hi everyone. Today's goal is to write an equation in slope-intercept form. An equation written in the form y equals mx plus b is in the slope-intercept form. M is equal to the slope and b is the y-intercept. The y-intercept is the point where the line crosses the y-axis. Identify the slope and the y-intercept of the following: y equals negative 2x, y equals 3x plus 5, y equals 6x, and y equals negative x minus 4. On our first one, the slope m is equal to negative 2. Our y-intercept is 0. For y equals 3x plus 5, our slope is 3, and our y-intercept is 5. Y equals 6x, our slope is 6, and our y-intercept is 0. And for our last one, y is equal to negative x minus 4. Our slope is negative 1, and our y-intercept is negative 4. Don't forget, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So here we're actually adding a negative. That's where the negative 4 comes from. Rather than making a table of values to graph the following equation, you can use the y-intercept and the slope to graph it. Y equals negative 4x plus 1. The first thing you want to ask yourself is, what is the slope of this line? And the answer is negative 4. The y-intercept is 1. And now we can graph the line. Okay, we're going to start out at the y-intercept, which is 1. So here's our y-axis, and we're going to put a dot right at 1. We're going to put a smiley face right at 1. Let's get rid of that guy. Sorry, we'll put him to the side. Okay, and now we'll put a dot at 1. Our slope, we said, was negative 4, which means we're going to move down 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. So we're going to put another dot here at 1, negative 3. And now that we have our 2 dots, we can graph a line. And you would hopefully use a straight edge and just draw a line straight through it. And I'm going to fix this a little bit. There we go. And you also want to make sure you include little arrows on both ends, because the equation for this line has no limits. It's going to keep going and going and going in both directions. And you have graphed the equation y equals negative 4x plus 1. Much easier than making a table. Here's another example. Y equals 2x minus 3. We're going to start at the y-intercept, which in this case would be negative 3. So we're going to put a dot on the y-axis at negative 3. Our slope is 2, which means we're going to go up 2 over 1. Here's our second point at 1, negative 1. And now we have 2 points, so we can draw a line right through them. Okay, I'm just going to straighten this out a little bit. And I also have to include what on the ends? Our arrows. Because again, this equation is going to keep going and going and going. There are no limits as to what we can put in for x. We can also work backwards and take a graph of a line and write the equation. So here we want to write the equation for the line in slope-intercept form. Here's the format we want to follow. Slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. The first thing we want to see is what is our y-intercept. And here this line crosses the y-axis at -2. So we have y equals mx plus -2, which we can also write as y equals mx minus 2. The next thing we need to determine is our slope. So we're going to pick 2 points. Let's use our y-intercept, and let's use this one over here, which is 1, 0. And we're going to move from the point on the left to the point on the right. We're going up 2 blocks over 1, so our slope would be 2 over 1, which is the same as 2. Substitute that in for m, and here's your equation. Y equals 2x minus 2. Here's another example. The format we want to follow, y equals mx plus b. Our y-intercept here is at 2. So we have y equals mx plus 2. We're going to pick 2 points. In this case, we can pick our y-intercept. And let's pick the one right next to it, 1, 1. In order to move from the point on the left to the point on the right, we are going to go down 1 over 1. And that would give us a slope of -1. Your equation should be y equals -1x plus 2. And since we really don't need to write -1 in front of x, we can write it as y equals -x plus 2. Here's one more example for you, and I'm not going to walk you through this one. See if you can come up with the equation. Stop the tape, try it, and then press play when you think you have it. How many of you are scratching your head? You should be. Maybe not yet. Maybe you're scratching it now, wondering how come I'm saying that. How should I have really written this equation? The y-intercept is at -2. Our slope is 3. Up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 3 over x. And finally, I should have changed this to be y equals 3x minus 2. Is this answer incorrect? No, it's just really not finished. You should always get rid of the adding of a negative sign by changing it to just subtraction.